Hi everyone, this is Tom Grisak here. I'm doing this interview with Pam Heinrich.
Hello.
Pam is one of our, not only a top producer, but she's been a huge benefit to our office when she came over. Pam, thank you for sitting down.
Of course.
Now you were with a competing company for quite a while. How long
Yes.
were you with them?
I was there 5 years,
Okay.
and I've been here 9 years.
All right. I can't believe it's been 9 years.
I
It
know.
goes fast.
Yes.
Well, from the time that you came over until today, you are such an asset to our company because you're very high producers. Second, you've got a great personality. Everybody loves you. And third, you really give back. Whenever we need someone to teach a class, these are all high producers that are teaching these classes. Mm-hmm. You go right down the list, like the top 10, they're all teaching something. You're always there to give them advice or teaching the agent that they have to be committed to the business. They can't do it part-time. When things get a little rough, you got to hang in there with them.
Well, what we do is so important, and you can't just dabble in this business. It's people's biggest investment of their life and all of that. And that's what I feel like Keller Williams is trying to give new people, experienced people. We can all learn from each other, and it's what we do is very important, and mm-hmm. It's the biggest investment of people's lives. Yeah. And it's a lot. We're not selling shoes, we're selling homes, and it's very important.
And they really rely on us. And I have actually heard some of your deals, the way it's going back and forth, and you always seem to get them closed, even the toughest ones, and that's a real credit to you. You didn't have a team over there, right?
No.
And so it wasn't a big deal for you to, you weren't coming over here to learn how to build a team like was mine.
No.
You just felt it would get you to another level. And what else?
Well, and just finding out that, I can have assistants that do certain things. You can't do it all yourself and do a great job for your clients. Yeah. And they have a model, and Keller Williams is the #1 training company in the world, and business like I do, or this one does business mm-hmm. like I do. So you can pick and choose what works for you and your personality style and your work ethic and that kind of stuff. So it gave me a bigger platform to kind of watch how business is done.
Right, and I learned a lot when I came over too, mm-hmm. How other people were doing. I thought, that's a great idea. I ought to give that a try.
Yes.
And we're such a helping company. When someone needs some advice, there's always someone that's willing to jump in there and help them in any way they can. Mm-hmm. Are you surprised that you have done really well? This is a great year for you.
Thank you.
I mean, you always do well, but this year especially, is this your highest year?
It's my second highest, actually.
Second highest?
Last year.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because 90% of real estate is sold by 10% of the agents is the statistic. And, even in a down market, Keller Williams is giving us all these tools. We just don't think about scarcity. We're talking about, everybody's still buying and selling in this market. Right. And you got to be the one that they come to. And I don't know, my relationships all come from repeat clients or referrals.
Yeah, you don't cold call. You don't do things that a lot of agents have to do to get business, but you've earned that over the years doing business your way. And I don't know how you do it, to be honest with you. You work so hard. And Rhonda, my wife, and I are always just amazed. We're always saying, how does she do it? How does she do that pace of business without a team?
Well, and my son joined me 7 years ago when he graduated from UNT, and he is kind of my right-hand man. He's my partner in crime. He
can handle it all?
Yes. Well, he always says I've been his boss for 22 years.
Yeah, it's true.
So, we just kind of have different roles. I still negotiate my own deals. I'm the rainmaker, and I want to be the one to handle all the contract stuff, but he helps me cross my T's, dot my I's. I also have a transaction coordinator that I met through Keller Williams that helps me with my paperwork from contract to close.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, she does a great job with that, and that allows me to be available for my clients when they call and when they need stuff, because it's not really a 9-to-5 job. It's not a job, it's a lifestyle, is what I tell everybody.
Did it enter your mind? We really are very dominant in this area. I can't speak for other areas that Keller Williams is, but we're #1 in not only Allen, none, but Fairview, Lucas,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
And Collin County were the top office. Did that mean anything to you?
I just keep my head down and I sell and take
Yeah.
care of my clients. If you do a good job,
They'll come back.
Yes, they'll come back. Like I said, all my business repeat clients are referrals. And I really, I do not want my name on a low-cost broker sign. Keller Williams does a great job marketing. Everybody knows who Keller Williams is, as other companies as well. But when it does get you a heads up, or a leg up, I should say, when you go into an appointment, because they know Keller Williams does a good job with training. When I see a sign and it has a Keller agent on it, when I'm about to put an offer in for one of my buyers, or somebody's putting an offer in on one of mine, when they're a Keller agent, I know they're going to be trained.
Agreed.
Which is super important.
And even if they're a new agent, we know they're going to be getting
Absolutely.
help on handle that contract.
Well, and it's funny too, their mindset, because I like to coach, I like to teach classes, I always like to help, because we have the same goal, both agents, and we're trying to get to the finish line together, and with a happy buyer and a happy seller. So I find that when there's another agent I can tell is newer, I'm able to, in a nice way. Keller has this mindset of training, and you can learn, and being open to those things, not, oh, I'm always doing it this way. So I'm able to help that agent help themselves or help their client get us to the finish line, so that we're all...
That just happened. We're talking about that the other day.
Yes, because not everybody, you kind of get what you pay for, is what I always tell people. And I got my broker's license about 2 years ago, and I don't have to work at Keller Williams, because you have to hang your license somewhere. But to me, the small investment of being in an environment like this, it's learning based, the culture of people, and the nice, everybody's helping everybody. Everybody knows 10 realtors. People are going to use who they want to use, and you want to, be the one they select. But it's also a matter of giving back. It's just so important to me. I don't know. I have to.
That's why you're so successful.
Well, I have to fill my bucket in other ways, and if someone picks another Keller agent over me, I'm happy for them too, because we work hard for our clients. All of them do, and Keller Williams makes us stay abreast of what's going on in the market, what's going on with technology. You can teach an old dog new tricks, because sometimes I have to constantly.
Right. If you think you've heard it all and learned it all in this business, there's always something going on.
You have to reinvent yourself every 6 months.
And
really.
technology is moving so fast, and KW is always on top of it.
Yes.
I mean,
clients have expectations, and you can't just do it as you always did it. You have to continue to evolve.
Well, Pam, thank you so much for visiting, and again, you've been such a great help to this office, and you took us up a notch when you joined, so we're pleased to have you.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Tom.
Mm-hmm.